Hi, I'm Kristy, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to recognize overwhelm in our families. And I'm going to talk to you about this when my kids were younger and now that they're a little bit older. So, when my kids were little, I homeschooled and we were together all day, every day. And I remember I went on a trip with a friend one weekend. It was one of my first times, like away from all the kids in a really long time. And I felt like, for the first time in ages, I can read my Bible and it makes sense to me. And that is when I began to recognize that I was feeling very overstimulated on a regular basis with my kids. And I had not given myself enough time to just quiet. I didn't know the relational skills at the time, so I didn't know that I was missing that skill of quieting, but I recognized that I was feeling overwhelmed and overstimulated. And so we began to implement in our home a 1 hour quiet time in the afternoons because not all of the kids were napping at the time. So there was just a time of the day where we shut down the house. It was quiet. The kids could look at books in their room, play quietly with their stuffed animals, but it was just a time that everybody could count on for it to be quiet. And that was so helpful for me as a mom. And I knew it was something that my kids needed as well because we get overstimulated, we get overwhelmed, and it's just great to have quiet times. So fast forward, now my kids are quite a bit older, and I have a couple of high schoolers and two kids that are in middle school. And this is something that I have forgotten that we still need. They're away at school all day and they come home. So oftentimes I forget that we still just need times in our home where it is calm and quiet, where people can count on a time that they can catch a breather without tons of noise and chaos going around them. My two oldest were really helpful with this and being able to communicate, like, Mom, I am feeling so overwhelmed and I'm feeling really overstimulated in the house. And I recognized that as a parent, I had really not done a great job of protecting the atmosphere of the home so that there was enough space for people to quiet and to catch a breather. And so that is one thing that I've been endeavoring to do, is to be better about having it be quiet after a certain time, and because we have two kids that go to bed earlier, so recognizing once they go to bed to work better to preserve the volume level in the home so that the older two aren't being too loud, and just providing times throughout the day where maybe we're going to take 30 minutes and we're just all going to have just quieter levels so that people have a time to quiet in the house. So this is just something to keep in mind, especially with the hustle and bustle of the holidays, is just to be mindful of overwhelm, of overstimulation in your home, and just providing just windows so that you can all catch a breather and have some quiet in your home.